Nothing is separate from what is appearing. Nothing stands outside awareness. This moment contains itself completely. Nothing is missing. What is seen does not point elsewhere. What is heard does not arrive from outside. Awareness has no edge. Experience has no owner. Thought comes and goes. Presence remains. No center is found, no boundary is located. Life is not approaching. Life is already here. No path is required, no arrival is pending. What is aware is not personal. What is personal is an appearance. Nothing needs to unify, nothing was divided. Stillness does not oppose movement. Silence does not erase sound. Everything belongs without permission. Everything is included without effort. Rest is this. Nothing to resolve. Nothing to conclude. Only this. Undivided.
Loving kindness, loving kindness, loving kindness, loving kindness, loving kindness. Loving kindness don't polish thoughts. Pivots to actions. Heart turns first. Mind follows later, no muzzle on feeling, no thought police. This is upstream work, where intention decides how the river hits the ribs. Met a stars close, closer than comfort, self first. Because a heart that withholds at home. Ration stamps, compassion outside, conditional care, defensive warmth. Nah, this practice walk straight into the knot you dodge. Stays. May I be safe. Say it slow, feel the syllables land. I hype talk, not self-help glitter. Tuning forks for the nervous system. Ping, care over control. Ping, guard drops. Ping, the body remembers what safe feels like. Watch it happen. Shoulders soften, jaw releases parole. Breath stops, pacing the cell. Compassion ain't a virtual badge, it's coherence. A regulated system that doesn't need enemies to feel alive. Now widen the lens, loved ones, easy currency. Neutral faces, intention require that one name. Yeah, that one. Here's the real work. Meta don't excuse damage. Meta don't erase lines. It dissolves the clenched fist. You keep calling memory. Here's the flex. You stop hauling people around. It's muscle tension. No winner boxing match. No reruns after midnight. Goodwill ain't agreement. It's dropping a weight that bends. Presence out of shape. Stay with it. Something thins. The me doing kindness loses his job. Goodwill stops clocking hours. Turns ambient like heat in the room. No direction. Just radiation, and now compassion doesn't drain the battery. Empathy doesn't flood the circuit. Care moves clean because effort stepped aside. Baseline reset. Heart calibrated. Final truth. Kindness wasn't added, no upgrade installed. This is awareness when the armor's off. This is what presence feels like. Undefended. 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 Undefended.
Empathy is often described as understanding others' feelings. Yet this description barely scratches the surface of its deepest expression at its highest register. Empathy ceases to be an act of imagination and becomes an act of participation. Something more radical occurs, identity loosens, boundaries soften, and awareness enters a living intimacy with another mode of being. Such empathy does not merely observe suffering or joy from a distance. Consciousness steps into the interior rhythm of another life and begins to feel from within. Breath, sensation, and perception reorganize themselves. Experience no longer revolves around a private center. A wider gravity takes hold. Cosmocentric awareness emerges at this threshold. Attention no longer privileges the personal narrative or even the collective identity of a group. Life is sensed as a single field expressing itself through countless forms. Compassion here is not chosen. It flows naturally, the way heat radiates from fire. To walk in the shoes of a bodhisattva is not to adopt a moral stance or imitate a spiritual role. It is to feel what it means to be animated by responsibility without burden. The heart expands beyond emotional warmth into something rhythmic and vast, beating not for one life, but for life itself. Suffering is felt directly, yet it does not collapse the system. The capacity to hold pain grows alongside the capacity to love. Such an experience dissolves the familiar distinction between self and other. Helping another no longer feels like altruism. It feels like circulation, energy moving where it is needed without hesitation or self-congratulation. Action arises spontaneously, guided by clarity rather than obligation. This level of empathy cannot be sustained through effort alone. It arises when identification with the separate self loosens enough for consciousness to recenter itself within the whole. What remains is not detachment, but intimacy without possession, care without agenda, presence without contraction. Moments like these recalibrate what it means to be human. After tasting cosmocentric empathy, ordinary indifference becomes impossible to justify. Even when the experience fades, something irreversible has occurred. A deeper reference point has been established. Empathy, at its summit, reveals itself not as an emotional skill, but as a shift in being. Life recognizes itself through you, and the heart learns a larger rhythm, one that beats for all beings, without exception. Most move through life. Yeah. Most move through love like me. Yeah. Yeah. Most move through life, anchored to a pinhead of meaning. This body, this role, this looping story told so often. It starts answering before the question finishes. This track is an exercise, not entertaining. A slow expansion of perception until center loses its privilege. A dot appears, small, definite, easy to defend. Dot on paper, paper on a desk, desk in a room, room in a house, house on the street that pretends it is separate from the streets beside it. Street widens into community, community stretches into city, city leans into province, province into country, country into a planet already moving before anyone named it. Planet inside a solar system, system spinning through a galaxy, galaxy drifting among others with no interest in our timelines. Universe opens then keeps opening, awareness keeps widening. At some point imagination drops out, expansion stops adding and starts releasing. The center loosens, the worm he loses its grip. Roses all first, status follows, history thins, gender, race, profession, success and failure quietly step aside without protest. No force required, only repetition, only patience. What remains does not feel like loss, it feels like scale. This kind of meditation trains the nervous system to tolerate immensity, to stop contracting when edges disappear. Mind learns flexibility, attention learns how to hold paradox without sounding alarm. Something subtle happens over years. The observer stops standing across from the observed. The dot never vanished, it was never separate from the page, the desk, the room, or the universe holding all of it. When awakened, arise if it arrives. The shock is not annihilation, the shock is recognition. Nothing new appears, only the removal of a mistaken center. Preparation guarantees nothing, preparation only reduces resistance. 5 years is not a demand, 5 years is a statement, a quiet declaration that truth matters more than comfort. Eventually there is no one imagining the multiverse imagine itself without edges, without labels, without division. Silence holds everything, all rapping, no sing, no, no, pictures, a moment up ahead, some future fracture where the sky finally splits and the weight drops off the name they have been carrying. They call it progress, they call it earning clarity through discipline, suffering through seasons that promise wisdom if patience behaves itself. But ahead is already a hallucination. Time sneaks in wearing hope like a disguise. The one who waits is already suspended. Inside the awareness they swear is coming later. Look closer. Awakening does not unfold, it does not travel, it does not mature. It stands still while every lifetime spins around it, pretending to move. Choices rise from it, experiences bloom inside it, worlds flicker out of it like sparks mistaken motion for distance. Progress is awakening, playing dress up as a journey, acting like it misplaced itself just to enjoy the return. Every universe branches from that same ground. Every karmic ripple, every cause reaching for effect, already soaked in what cannot be delayed. No road leads to truth, truth manufactures roads. Even resistance, that tight knot of not yet, that itch to turn away is the same presence. Learning what forgetfulness feels like. Karma is not a staircase, karma is movement inside a reality that never slept. Birth and death choreograph the dream. Consciousness tasting separation just to feel the sweetness of recognizing what never left. That unfinished feeling, that constant almost awareness folding itself into the costume of incompleteness for the sake of curiosity. Awakening is not your destination, it is the condition that allows you to imagine destinations at all. Meditation does not, cause it inquiry does not unlock it. Devotion does not summon it. Those are awakening, pretending to strain, pretending to yearn, pretending to arrive. The river does not create the ocean, it bends because the ocean already exists. From inside becoming awakening looks inevitable. From the absolute, inevitability does not matter because nothing ever fell out of what it seeks to remember. Every lifetime is the same truth, been through time, through choice, through consequence, through delusion of delay. Awakening is not the outcome of the cosmos. Awakening is why the cosmos appears in the first place. Silence.
Yeah, shut the nigga, shut the nigga, yeah. That mind is trained to move. It scans, compares, chooses, rejects. Such motion gives the impression that reality must be approached piece by piece, perspective by perspective, as though truth were a puzzle assembled over time. Yet there is another mode of knowing, one that does not move at all. When awareness rests in itself, perspectives no longer compete for dominance. They appear simultaneously, without hierarchy. Subjective feeling, objective fact, cultural meaning, and systemic pattern are no longer separate lenses fighting for authority. Each arises as a facet of the same totality, already complete. Grasping all perspectives at once does not require encyclopedic knowledge or intellectual speed. It requires the absence of contraction. The moment the need to stand somewhere collapses, the whole field becomes visible. No viewpoint is excluded because none is defended. Contradiction dissolves here, not because differences vanish, but because opposition depends on identification. When awareness is no longer anchored to a single position, opposing views reveal themselves as complementary expressions of one indivisible reality. What once appeared irreconcilable is now seen as mutually arising. This capacity does not belong to the personality. It is not a skill developed through effort or refinement. It emerges naturally when the sense of being a separate observer relaxes. What remains is a silent comprehension that does not argue, does not conclude you, and does not seek resolution. From this clarity, compassion becomes efficacious. Every belief, every action is understood. Coming zone into an Elijah judgment calls a win. Replace the recognition and confusion is seen clearly without resistance. Such seeing does not flatten the world, it deepens, it distinct and remains. Yes, none claim ownership of truth. The full spectrum of its truth resistance help without strain. Light containing every color without favoring one. Nothing new is acquired here. Something false simply stops obscuring what was always present.
What you are has never been bound by the actions of the body or the movements of the mind. The deeper truth sits prior to every cause and every effect, untouched by the momentum of karma. What you truly are cannot be located within a timeline, cannot be measured against a sequence, and cannot be confined to any story of becoming. Yet everything that appears within the vastness of existence arises through you. Karma unfolds because consciousness dreams motion. Space opens because consciousness dreams room for its own expression. Time stretches because consciousness dream is dream's duration to witness itself. These movements are not separate from the one who perceives. They are waves forming and dissolving in the same stillness that has never moved. When you see this directly, not as a philosophy or a concept, something slips free. The universe no longer appears as a project that began somewhere or will end somewhere. The sense of a starting point dissolves. Nothing was ever born at the level of your deepest nature, yet everything continues to bloom within you. This paradox is not a contradiction. It is the living truth of non-duality. You are simultaneously the presence that is and the silence that reveals is not. Karma belongs to the realm of appearance. Awakening reveals the one who sees every appearance without being shaped by any of them.
The moment this becomes embodied, the cosmic play becomes transparent, not trivial, not meaningless, but known as an expression rising from the ground of your own boundlessness. Most teachings attempt to describe this through metaphors, scriptures, or borrow insights, but direct experience dissolves every teaching. The one who realizes does not repeat someone else's words. They speak from a clarity that cannot be inherited. That clarity sees the world rise, dance, disappear, and return again, all within a presence that never fluctuates. This is the mystery. You transcend the entire universe, and yet the entire universe is held within you. Existence and non-existence touch in the depths of your own awareness. That meeting point is not two. It has always been the same field. One continuous reality appearing as countless experiences. When this truth ignites within someone, everything becomes part of the same divine unfolding. Even the desire to awaken, even the teachings themselves, even the act of seeking direct experience. The cosmic play includes the seeker, the found, the teaching, the silence, and the realization that none of these ever stood apart from the one who sees.
Experience. The experience, the mystics, sages, and point the daughters point to what does not survive translation. The moment it describes something essential is already lost. This is not a failure of intelligence or devotion. It is a limitation inherent to language itself. Yeah. Sacred texts across cultures emerge from encounters that shattered ordinary perception. Those encounters were immediate, unmediated, and undeniable to the one who lived them. What followed was not transmission of the experience, but an attempt to gesture toward it. Symbols were chosen, stories were shaped, metaphors still were direct, knowing could not be carried. Every scripture, no matter how revered, contains this fraction. One part points, another part freezes the pointing into form. The truth lies in the direction indicated. The distortion begins when the indication is mistaken for the destination. Words do not transmit realization. They organize memory, belief, and interpretation. The infinite does not fit inside grammar. Silence does not obey syntax. What is encountered beyond the self arrives whole and leaves no residue that thought can faithfully preserve. Those who rotate the text were not offering final answers. They were responding to pressure and internal urgency to speak after something unspeakable had occurred. Cultural language shaped the responses. Conditions framed the message. Personal psychology colored the expression. None of this negates the depth of the encounter, but it does explain why no teaching can stand as absolute. The danger appears when metaphor hardens into doctrine, when poetry is mistaken for policy, when symbols become idols, the half-truth becomes a half-lie. The moment it claims authority over direct seeing, yet dismissing scripture entirely misses something subtle. Even distorted language can carry a trace, not the thing itself, but a residue, a tone, a direction. For those willing to listen without clinging, text can function as invitations rather than conclusions. Direct experience does not require belief, does not defend itself, it does not ask to be repeated or preserved, reveals itself and disappears, leaving no instructions behind. The deepest honesty arrives when even sacred words are allowed to fall away. What remains is not confusion, but clarity without form. No map, no authority, only what has always been present, waiting patiently beneath every attempt to describe it. Gnostics. Gnostics. No matter pray.
Hello, like nah. Niggas settle raw niggas. They sold you serpents, fireworks, instant crowns, light show myths with the volume cranked loud. Strip that noise. This ain't spectacle theater, it's disciplined contact with the body's own meter. Subtle energy, don't bow to brute command. It answers alignment, not force a hand. Breath sets pressure, posture sets rails. Attention stays on it, continuity prevails. No coercion needed, no power play flex. System self-organized when the channel's correct. Spine check. Upright ain't metaphor talk, it's physics and flesh. When sensation can walk, slouch pinches flow, stiffness freezes the lane. Ease with structure, less movement explain. Stable, not stiff, learn the difference fast. That's how energy moves, without ripping the mask. Breathe
ain't soothing decor, it's a regulator dial. Inhale, suspend, exhale, pattern, not wow. Too shallow, scatters the signal to static. Too forced, overloads, system goes erratic. Balance breath, tunes, perceptions, range. Picks up subtleties, the loud mind stains. Then things spark, heat flashes, tremors ignite. Pulses, vibrations, limbs moving by night. Don't crown it a goal, don't hype the display. These are contact pings, not trophies to play. Chase it, it spikes, fight it, it nods. Stay present, energy stabilizes on the spot. Here's the warning label, read it slow. No depth without ground and fractures the flow. Move, flip, sleep, cracks, identity bends. That's why pacing matters, integration's the lens. Nervous system leads, not ego ambition. All wise the system leads. Run it long, drama fades from the feed, energy turns quiet. Functional clean, focus sharpens up, emotional charge drains, body feels occupied, not whipped by range, final bar. Drop the mystic disguise, nothing foreign wakes up, nothing arrives, interference clears, that's the only trick. Breath clears the path, posture holds it thick, awareness lets it finish. Efficient or spectacular, real. Forgiveness ain't charity, ain't halo talk. Ain't shaking hands with a pass on the polite ass walk. This is neural release, pressure valve twist. Something clenched too long, finally slips the fist. Every moment unresolved left a residue trail. Not memories, contractions nailed to the frame. Tone in the jaw, shoulders holding the stare. Unfinished sentences lodged in the air. Forgiveness don't remix scenes, don't debate. It meets the tightness raw, no narrate. Let go ain't approval, don't confuse the move. Holding charge, don't guard truth, it drains the groove. Resentment eats watts, blame loops the tape. Self-judgment mortgages presence at a criminal rate. So shift the lens, stop chasing the plot. Feel where the body locks when a name gets dropped. Notice the grip without trying to pry. Attention stops feeding it, watch it untie. No force, no flex, no savior stance. Contraction unwinds when you don't advance. Release don't hit like fireworks loud. It lands like neutral, static dissolves from the cloud. Story cools off, image loses heat. Nerves stop bracing for a phantom repeat. That ain't numbness, don't get it twisted. That's freedom from reruns the system resisted. Self-forgiveness? Yeah, that's heavyweight rounds. Integrated living off imaginary counts. Endless trials, no statute of time. Meditation shuts the court, no charge, no crime, no verdict spoken. No sentence to serve, just the body unclenching. The need to preserve, watch what opens. Quiet but real, breath drops deeper without being steered. Thoughts slow crawl, reactions get space. Life still swings but it don't feel aimed at your face. Forgiveness ain't action, it ain't a command. It happens when the system understands. No reason to hold, no profit in pain. Letting go ain't chosen, it falls off the chain. In note, low voice, heavy pause. Nothing fixed, nothing edited, nothing paused. Past stops, dragging behind the now. Ease moves in, that's forgiveness somehow.
Karma is often spoken of as a simple equation. Action and consequence, sowing and reaping. Yet its meaning changes dramatically as consciousness evolves. What begins as superstition matures into wisdom. And what once felt like punishment reveals itself as love wearing the mask of correction. Each stage of development reshapes the lens through which karma is seen, shifting from fear-driven obedience to effortless alignment with the infinite. At the earliest level, karma is pure survival instinct. The world feels hostile and unpredictable, and unseen forces must be appeased to ensure safety. The primitive heart interprets karma as a storm to endure, or a curse to lift as tribes form. Rituals emerge, dances, offerings, sacrifices, gestures meant to influence invisible powers. Karma becomes a chant of control. If I act correctly, the gods will spare me.
Later, as morality crystallizes, karma transforms into a cosmic scoreboard. The universe appears governed by divine law, rewarding the righteous and punishing the wicked. Good deeds promise heaven, bad ones rebirth or torment. This view comforts the soul with order, but binds it to duality. Virtue and sin, reward and penalty. The self remains separate from the whole, forever calculating its balance sheet in the eyes of the divine. Rational thought then dismantles myth and replaces faith with logic. Karma becomes causality, strip the mysticism. The mind begins to see that every thought and action has a psychological echo. The focus turns inward, emotional patterns, cognitive biases, behavioral loops. The sacred turns scientific. What was once divine justice becomes neurochemistry and feedback loops. Yet beneath analysis lies the same longing for meaning. A search for the invisible intelligence behind visible consequence. As empathy expands, karma broadens into a shared field. The suffering of one is recognized as the suffering of all. Ecological, social, and ancestral interdependence reveal a larger moral ecology. Karma is now the pulse of the collective. The planet's way of balancing itself through the actions of its inhabitants. And desire shifts from being good to being whole, from fear of punishment to care for harmony. And a growl awareness sees karma as consciousness, refining itself through experience. Every situation, pleasant or painful, becomes a mirror, a feedback loop teaching the self about itself. What was once labeled misfortune becomes medicine. Karma is not something done to us, but something expressed through us. A self-correcting rhythm of the universe, returning us to coherence. Beyond even that, karma dissolves. The one who acts and the one who receives the result are seen as the same awareness, dancing within itself. Causality collapses into immediacy. Every moment becomes self-liberated the instant it appears. There is no legend, no lesson, only the timeless presence expressing as everything. What remains is compassion without motive, action without actor, freedom within form.
Believe was moving on, lady. Yo. Beneath language, before label snap tight, before posture advice, before fix this, before right. I don't watch the body, I drop into the field. Awareness sinks weight first, bone deep real. No commentary track, no translate the meaning. Listen and roar with the nerves, keep speaking. Heat, pressure, tremor, drag, ease. Alphabet of flesh, no vowels, no please. Predates thought, this intelligence don't wait for permission. Sensation clocks true faster than cognition. Mind wanna caption it, frame it, pretend, but somatic says nah. Stay here, don't bend. Culture trained us to override signals. Ignore the whisper to pain gets official. Productivity tax, abstraction king. Body goes mute unless it's screaming as practice flips rank. Sensation up front, attention lands before the verdict gets blunt. No rush to decide what the feeling should be. Meet it naked, pre-story, pre-me. Felt sense, ain't mood, ain't thought in disguise. It's pre-verbal, knowing before names arise. Emotion might pass through, thought might talk slick, but this layer don't argue. It just exists, stay long enough. Defenses show face, Michael braces hiding all over the place. Jaw locks early, breath cut short. Shoulders stand guard like they been to court. No release command, no let go plea. Recognition alone, start loosening keys. System hears itself, tension recalibrate. Quiet math happening, no fireworks, no bait. Nervous system notice, it responds clean. Ignored sensation, reorganize unseen. Not dramatic, not cathartic flair. Precision shifts, millimeters of care. Ain't broken, never was, just excluded from awareness. Misread as buzz, inclusion heals faster than force ever could. Body don't need fixing, it needs to be stood with. Head only the awareness that myth gets cracked. Perception spreads wide, whole field intact. Knowing decentralizes crown and soul. Sensing and knowing collapsing the whole. No floating narrator, no overhead cam. Presence and habits, the human span. Thought clocks out, cause it ain't required. Sensation already understands the assignment. Final bar, final bar, final bar, final bar. Hear it plain, no gloss. Body ain't a tool, awareness picks up and drops. It's one of the ways awareness knows. Felt truth speaking where language froze. No singing, no stories, just contact. Direct, somatic where awareness gets embodied and correct.
compassion ain't bleed out, they martyrdom drills. Ain't drowning in grief just to prove you feel. That myth taught the nerves to clench on sight. Brace for the ache, hold tight, hold tight. Now this is hard work without collapse. Open chest, strong spine, no snapback trap. Watch how pain gets met. Shoulders height, breath cut short, mind gets wet. Empathy floods, then the circuit fries. Either freeze frame stare or you ghost the cries. This practice ain't stamina, grit or grind. It's presence that stays when it still don't bind. Wide awareness, panoramic view. Suffering seen, but it don't move through you. Breath stays long, sensation flows. Nothing possessed, nothing opposed. Acknowledge the hurt, don't pick up the load. That's how the heart stays uncovered. It keys split, hear it clean, don't blur the terms. Empathy fills with compassion, confirms. Empathy alone could drown a friend. Compassion stabilizes, keeps the system sane. You witness the burn without wearing the flame. Pain observed, not renamed as mine. Start at home, yeah, so first no shame. Turn toward discomfort without letting it rain. Feet on the floor, breath is the rail. Heart stays soft while the posture prevails. Tender plus steady, don't choose a side. Strength and warmth, learn to cohabitate. Now pan it out with others paying clock. No fix or reflex, no savior box. No rush to explain, no performative care. Just steady presence occupying air. Action gets cleaner when panic is gone. Clarity shows up with the armor withdrawn. Here's the shift. Feel it lock in place, compassion ain't moved. It's a train capacity system, don't flinch at higher gain. Intensity passes, leaves no stain. Sensitivity sharp as doesn't thin. Refinement, not retreat, that's the win. Boundaries intact, discernment online, help offer clear. Not driven by bond, no compulsion, no debt, no halo chase. Just right time movement from stable space. Final ball quiet, heavy, no fuss. Pain arises in awareness, but don't bruise us. When this is embodied, no armor required. Heart opens easy because trust got wired.
Starts with hearing, skin got ears, joints gossip, tenders narrated. Before pose get polished or breath get named, attention slides inward. Feels motion get framed, no concepts, no clouds, no theory parade. This is flesh level data, raw signal unplayed. Body ain't a tool you command with a whip. It's a live field, sinking every micro shift. Breath move aware, same circuit. One spine, touch one wire. Watch the whole grid realign. Control steps out, coordination moves in. Less boss in the system, more letting it win. Slow on purpose, yeah, that speed's a lie. Fast hides feedback, slow lets truth testify. Micro tension flashes, effort rats itself out. Force shows its face when clarity's drought. Decelerate motion, efficiency climb. Less work per inch, that's the Taoist design. Breathe ain't a hype, man. Pushing energy loud. It's a dimmer switch, settling signals down. Alignment clicks. Breath stretches its lane, awareness gets wide without muscling strain. Key don't move cause you want it to flow. It moves when coherence says, alright, let's go. Panoramic sight, whole body online. No sniper focus, tunnel vision in tight. Distributed presence, keep spikes from the red. Nothing crown leader, nothing drag dead when nothing's in charge. Sensation can roam, feel stays fluid. No heart set throne, fragmentation tax. Fatigues the bill, mind here, breath there, movement uphill, sink it back up. Effort drops clean, body moves with itself, not against the machine. Energy conserved, not blown on display. Less burnout, more function. Day after day, emotion don't get managed, it gets outgrown. Tension mirrors habit till structure gets shown. Joints soften, breathe deepens, reactions lose grip. Calm ain't suppressed, it's alignment that hits. No chokehold serenity, no numbing the edge, just patterns unwinding. Once leverage is dead, advanced ain't louder. It's quieter cut, sensation refined. Movement barely a touch, no fireworks needed. No spectacle flex, precision got weight. that intensity wrecks. Energy learns it don't need amplification. Clean signal wins every damn situation. No trophies, no peak, no transcendence chase, just harmony functional. Back in this place, breathe knows the route. Movement, self-assembles, awareness stays part. No effort trembles, in frame, not performance, not pose, not show. Just continuity felt head to toe. Action flows smooth, rest don't break sight. Coordination, remember, beat claim territory tight. They know shit as now. Yo, visualization ain't fantasy draped over calm. That's a misread, surface level take move on. This ain't escaping the moment, drifting away. It's how attention learns where to stay. Mind already paints pictures non-stop. Memory frames scenes, anticipation plots. Even abstract thought needs spatial cues. Imagination's already running the tools. Visualization just grabs the wheel with intent, instead of letting imagery drive unconscious events. Imagery ain't gone, this ain't aesthetic flair. It's a steering mechanism, directional hardware. Follow an image, watch the system respond. Breath recalibrates, posture shifts on its own. Emotion retunes, tone starts to slide. Shows perception and body ain't never divided. Start simple, slow, simple, slow, simple. Yeah, start simple, yeah, start simple. Light, space, movement, form, not symbols for mystics. Is clarity, norm, stable image, anchors attention in place. La limit image mobilizes sensation and pace. Awareness learns embodiment through repetition. Not by thinking harder, but position and vision. For minds that choke on empty space drills. Imagery gives contact, something that builds. No force in the voids, no white knuckle focus. Image holds steady till presence knows it, then it goes transparent. Thins out clean, what's left in familiarity, stabilizing the scene. As practice matures, distance dissolves. You ain't imagining sensational lines. Attention flows through the body coherent. Seeing and feeling start sharing appearance. Edges blur, compartments give way. Perception moves whole, not piece by piece play. Here's the subtle cut. Listen close, images don't exist on their own as ghosts. They rise in awareness, respond in fade. Creative function revealed, not truth misplayed. You see the mind make worlds in real time, without confusing the product for what's behind. Eventually imagery clocks out its role. Attention don't need props once it knows. Guidance dissolves, stability stays. The tool did its job, gets out the way. Used right, this practice don't blur what's real. Sharp as embodiment, coherence feel. Image guides focus till focus don't need. Then presence stands naked, complete, self-led. Slow, simple.
No cushion talk, no spar frame. Flame that center, strip the mind, expose the game. Not here to chill, not here to vibe, but float away. This is out of fire, nowhere left to disobey. Micro flicker, keeps it honest, keeps it live. Simple form, but the mind still can't survive. See it, stay, that's it. No commentary trail, Watch attention, try to bail like it's out on bail. No calm chase, no control flex, just eyes on fire. And attention learns how to sleep. By seeing why it doesn't.
Blink itch, neck twitch, thought storms break rank. Posture, negotiations, exit plans in the brain. Just one adjustment, not clock the reflex. Attention, hate, stillness, tries to dodge the test. This ain't error, this is data in the raw. Every urge that runs a tell, that's the law. Boundary set, not a prison, just a line. Return again, build presence rep by rep over time. You trained over force, no chokehold grip. Get him on the lane, watch his skid and slip. Back to the flame, no beef, no shame. Each return train steadiness without the pain. Color sharpens up, edges breathe. Your flip no fade, static on the sleeve. Noise starves out when you don't engage. Thoughts sting cause attention left the stage.
No calm chase, no control flex. Just eyes on fire.
And attention learns.
Attention learns how to stay.
By seeing exact.
Attention learns how to stay.
Why doesn't? Restrain over force, no chokehold grip. Get him on the lane, watch his skid and slip. Back to the flame, no beef, no shame. Each return train steadiness without the pain. Color sharpens up, edges breathe. Peripheral fades like static on the sleeve. Noise starves out when you don't engage. Thoughts sting cause attention left the stage.
No calm chase, no control flex. Just eyes on fire.
And attention.
And attention learns how to stay.
By seeing exact. Why it doesn't? Eyes closed, flame still burns on the screen after image lingering. Collected and clean, not the trophy. Just a sign on the road, mind learn how to hold without splitting the mode. Watch her behind the eyes start to crack. Seeing happen so low, near the track. Vision unknown, immediate bend on minute. Slighting in and effort drops. Feel the shift that release. Stability lens without tightening teeth. Nothing added, no upgrade installed. Distraction just lost its funding, it's all. Discipline, no violence, clarity taught. Stay by seeing why you scatter, not by force. Flame fades into seeing itself until she stands firm by knowing its own tell.
No calm chase, no control flex. Just eyes on fire.
And attention.
And attention learns how to stay.
By seeing exact. Why it doesn't? And attention.
And attention learns how to stay.
By seeing exact. Why it doesn't? Why it doesn't? Why it doesn't? Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Hey, Jay, you know I'm like. Yeah. Shit. Yeah. They said it's like chill out, melt the couch relief. Nah, Mr. Function, that's surface belief. This ain't tension repair, ain't comfort chase. It's contact restored with the raw in the face. No fixing the body, no easing the scene. Just meeting sensations exactly as seen. No should be, no edited plan. Awareness learns how to shake hands with what is, not what it ran. Attention walks the map, methodical stride. Not to tweak, not to tune, just open-eyed. Pressure reports and warmth takes a seat. Tingle taps twice, numbness speaks quiet. Tightness competes, ease gets logged without throwing a party. Nothing crown king, nothing sent to the penalty. Systematic movement, no commentary spam. Presence trained clean, no narrator scam. No narrator scam. No narrator scam. We ghost the body more than we care to admit. Filter sensation through like dislike scripts. Pleasure gets greenlit, pain gets the boot. Neutral ignore like it's got nothing to prove. Scan breaks the habit, cuts judgments might. Sensation turns data, not problem to fight. Experience speaks without being managed. No supervisor badge, no fixing advantage. 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 Yeah. Stay long enough, subtle shifts land. Zones off grid, flicker back on the plan. Tension ain't villain, it's information. Numb ain't absence, it's a quiet sensation. Body steps back from object to feel. Living responsive, nothing concealed. What you avoided starts clocking in. Not to be solved, just finally seen. Just finally seen. Just finally seen. This exposes effort, you never approve. Muscles brace preemptive, bread auto move. Nervous system runs memories cold. Anticipation shaping posture mode. Scan don't wrestle, don't force the release. Clarity shows it, the grip loosens by ease. Pattern soften when spotted clear. No crowbar needed, just sign is scared. Just drive us way. Prison drops weight, gets grounded, not vague. No hovering witness, narrating the page. Awareness moves into sensation direct. Thoughts starve out cause attention recheck. Quiet ain't muzzle, silence don't strain. Mind steps back when the body's reclaimed. The body's reclaimed, body's reclaimed, body's reclaimed. Yeah, observer, observing line gets thin, not watching the body. Feeling ash, it again. Embodiment clicks without grab and control. Steady without stiffness, ease without fold. Integration hums, no collapse, no brace. Balance shows up. You stop running the race. Stop running the race. Simple skill, radical effect. Stay with what's happening without needing change. Body ain't escape hat, ain't problem to fit. It's the doorway where awareness learns to stay.
Self-inquiry. Stinking shit I told my niggas blow. They thought it was philosophy, wordplay and quotes. Nah, this is demolition with surgical notes. Self-inquiry don't hunt answer the frame. It collapses assumptions, the mind calls name. Who am I? Question cuts sharp like glass. Mind throws resumes, titles, goes from the past. Rolls memories, likes on repeat. Each one looks solid till you watch it leak. Observe long enough, they shimmer and fade. Same status as thoughts, temporarily staged. Here's the crack, identity ain't discovered its claim. Thoughts show up first, an authorship's name. Emotions feel owned, but they move on their own. Sensations light up, no landlord, no throne. To me, you defend. Ain't a thing you can find. It's attribution stitched together in time. This practice don't swing at the ego's face. It just stops paying rent to protect this place. Ask clean, to whom does this arise? A teacher scans rooms, checks corners, comes back dry. Your rent is still here, steady and wide, but no fence, no border label inside. Don't twist it in the doctrine, don't chant no self loud. That's just belief wearing insight shroud. Inquiry ain't theory, it's eyesight refined. When nothing's located, the question resigns. No answer needed, no flag to defend. Turia needed, no flag to defend. Curiosity exhausts itself and ends. Resistance hits hard, control wants a spine. Responsibility begs for a center line. But look, life moves fine with no CEO. Actions still happen, decisions still go. Difference, no narrator claiming the script. No inner mic hogging ownership. Running deep, weight lifts off the chest, knocks problems evaporate, but less feels meanness. Thoughts lose rank, emotions loosen grip, sensations pass through, no need to explain shit. Individuality stays, don't misread the scope. What drops is the burden of guarding the coat. Response replaces reflex, clarity cuts through. Confusion starves when identity's loose. Individuality stays, no thing you stole. What drops is the burden of burn the dome. Response replaces reflex, clarity cuts through. Confusion starves when identity's loose. Insane, silence, but not the blank kind. Awareness arrests without tags of design. Question fades out, not solved, not denied. Reveal, misplaced the whole damn time. Presence owns the territory. No claimant required.
Wishing the speakers is choosing it. Let me Lord make go on this niggas, man. We are over money.
We passing ain't downloading ideas to the brain. It's direct sight shattering scaffolds the same. No peak stay hunting, no bliss to defend. Just watching raw data till illusions end. This ain't add-ons, upgrade spiritual swag. And seeing how experience actually acts. 3 laws run the system, quiet but firm. Impermanence flickers, dissatisfaction burns. And not self pulls the plug on the manager myth. Not beliefs to recite, these reveal if you sick. Impermanence first, watch it strobe in your face. Sensation mutate, thoughts die mid-phrase. Emotions rise fall. Don't ask what you want, attention itself blinks on and off like a fawn. You don't chase the motion, don't pin at the stage. Just clock the behavior, confidence drains. Next comes ducker, not doom, not despair. Just clarity hitting the contract you sign unaware. Anything moving can't promise you peace. Pleasure dissolves, neutral drift, pain won't leave. The rubbing sensation is the silent demand. That reality freeze, cause you said so damn. You passing the shows, that demand never lands. Then the natter drops heavy, quiet but wild. The one in control can't be found when you look a while. Thoughts pop off without author or pen. Sensations arise, nobody claims them. Emotions pass through, no CEO inside. To me you defend it, just process the tide. Be passing it, don't argue the self in the dust. It renders debate obsolete through trust and precision, attention exact. Rules and service survives a forensic look back. Awareness remains, but it's not for sale. Not owned, not house, not tagged with a name. Method simple, don't mistake that for light. Breath, body sensation, right here, right now, every night. Just shows up. Noted release,
No judgment, no beat.
let the moment complete.
Powers not focused, clenched.
White knuckle tires, repetition eroding belief by sight. Running long, reactivity bleeds out slow. Not cause life turns sweet, because it's no longer you. Pain still hits, loss still stings, but no fixing is left guarding things. kick, switch, flip. Freedom comes baked in when understanding sticks. See impermanence clinging loose as this grip. No duck or craving, don't dry the whip. Spot not self, identity drops the load. Nothing mystical at it, nothing special bestowed. Seeing clearly, that's the code.
Mind don't need a leash, no force, no strain. No monk fist clenched, trying to quiet the brain. This ain't brief, count prison, focus and change. There's rhythm in the marrow, pulse in the frame. Low carrier creeping, under the thought. Beat talk straight to the cortex, bypass the plot. You don't do meditation, you get caught. Brain starts sinking, soon as patterns lock. FFE's chatter, rhythm cuts through. Neurons line up like, yeah, we know what to do. Alpha slide, they a dip in the blue. Delta wide awake, still staring at you. No mantra, no posture, no candle demand. Just sound, bending time in the palm of the hand. Whole brain humming like it finally plan to stop fighting itself and just land. Entramming law, oscillate, imitate, brain see the waves, say bet, regulate, external rhythm, internal state, mirror that frequency, open the gate, states come, states go, that surface play, capacity shift is the real payload, nervous system trained, not whipped, not afraid, learns coherence like muscle memory, saves, space between trigger and reaction, stretch, emotional static, lose signal, disconnect, creativity steady, no spark chasing stress, just availability, ready on deck, not hype, peaks, no crash, no debt, calm with teeth, awareness set, quiet mind, but not suppressed. Like the noise finally learn respect. Knowing Delta ain't sleep when you keep eyes lit. That's deep psyche files get decrypted. Very charge rise, shake loose, get sifted. Tears, laughs in sight, unlisted, unsolicited. Conscious in slow ways, you can relate. That's amongst youngest decades, deep in the gate. Energy pace it, no rip core fate. No blowtorch, awakening, burning your life up. Late levels drop gradual, months not days. Carrier sinking in surgical ways. Brain adapt smooth, no system break. Integration first, transcendence stays. Awaken too fast, life come undone. Integrate too slow, you circle one rung. This thread the needle, both sides sung. Depth with foot and not just touch and run under the sound, math breathing coil. Vortex flow, no linear toil. Cycle stack like sacred gears. Brain feel pattern, it can trust no fear. Not belief based, no wall to sell. Symbol of science, results still tell. Identification start slipping this shell. Thought get quiet without being expelled. No spiritual cards play, no polished face. Just less me, gripping every space. Life still moves, but without the brace. Something stops straining at its own pace. Stand alone path, but it plays well mixed. Inquiry, therapy, prayer all fit. Sound kick door, integration hits. You still gotta walk, but the lock is split. No force, no chase, no breath count cage. Just rhythm reminding the brain how to stop arguing with itself. Question don't get answered. Interference gets removed. Beat already on.
They call it
Yeah. They call it yogic sleep, but don't get it bent. Nothing knocked out, this is a weird while spent. Rest drops deep, clarity stays lit. Body lets go, but the witness don't quit. Border zone, wake meets night. Effort clocks out, awareness on sight. Muscles melt, breath goes thin. Thoughts slow smear like chalk and rain. Yeah, something's watching the whole descent. No blackout, no lapse, no disconnect. Most rest, collapse, hit the bed, system crash. Sleep takes over after running on fumes. Yoga nidra slides in before the boom. Deliberate entry, attention intact, rest chosen clean. Not stolen by lack, scan the body, region by region. Not the bore sensation, just ease the adhesion. You notice how much force rides under the skin. Effort on autopilot, gripping the wind. Moranis lands, no lecture, no plea. Contraction unravels on its own frequency. Then the mind drifts, hypnagogic, images glitch. Sounds get elastic, time folds weird. Edges blur, this ain't noise, this is neural transfer. Brain slows down, restoration online. Subconscious doors open without alarm lines. Here's the heavy part, quiet but real. Patterns beneath thoughts start loosening, they seal. No replaying trauma, no digging the past. Imprints dissolve, cause the body's relaxed. Awake but safe, so nothing fights back. Old code releases without the attack. No concentration grind, no stare down strain. Awareness floats like a leaf in rain. Drift happens fine, bring it back light. No correction hammer, no in a cop's sight. System learns fast what safety means. Vigilance ain't required to stay keen. Run it long, rest rewires his name. Sleep hits deeper, stress clears quicker lanes. Daytime moves with less drag in the chest. Nighttime sleeps with awareness as guest. The wall between rest and clarity thins. Weight gets easier, sleep sharpens his limbs. This ain't escape, don't twist the script. It's rehearsal for life without extra grip. You learn real time, relaxation in sight. Ain't opposites beefing, they coexist tight. Final bar, slow, grounded, precise. Conscious relaxation ain't passive advice. It's a trained skill, stripped down to the bone, showing how little effort presence actually needs to stay home.
A curious shift occurs when the heart stops functioning as a possession and begins revealing itself as a dimension of awareness. Most people imagine love as something they generate, something that must be earned, strengthened, or directed. Yet once the inner walls begin dissolving, the heart behaves less like a reservoir and more like an unbounded field. Nothing needs to be pushed outward. Nothing needs to be pulled inward. Everything already rests inside the same luminous space.
A bodhisattva's vow is often misunderstood as a heroic effort to love every being across the cosmos. That interpretation still assumes a separate self stretching itself toward infinity. What actually unfolds is far more intimate. The boundaries that define self and other begin to thin. Compassion arises not from moral intention, but from direct recognition. Every form is a variation of the same presence gazing through different eyes. Love becomes less a decision and more a consequence of clarity. A cosmocentric heart does not expand by accumulating greater quantities of affection. Its expansion is a subtraction, less resistance, less defense, less contraction around identity. As the edges dissolve, the universe is no longer something out there that requires love. It is revealed as the very body of consciousness, expressing itself through countless lifetimes, worlds, and histories. To love all beings then becomes effortless because nothing stands outside the recognition of shared essence. This realization reshapes the ordinary meaning of devotion. Love ceases to be a feeling sustained by conditions. It becomes the ground from which every moment rises. The heart does not tire, the heart does not question whether it is capable. The heart simply returns to its natural state, vast, quiet, and uncontainable. A question often arises: can a human being truly love the entire universe? Yes, but not as a human being. Only when the self drops away does the heart reveal its true scale. What remains is a presence spacious enough to cradle galaxies, tender enough to feel the slightest tremor of suffering, and awake enough to recognize itself in every corner of existence.
Chaka talk gets lost in colors and charts, but this is closer. High sensation stacks and parts, vertical lax its attention. Learns the root, high experience lines up from the floor to the roof. Spine ain't metaphor, ain't mystical fluff. It's a reference rail where perception gets tough. Pressure, warmth, tension, each signal speaks. Body keeps receipts, the mind won't read. No manipulation, no twisting the dial. Steady awareness, there's more than force ever tried. Attunement over effort, lock that in place. Recognition sharpens, what pushing will break. Rest attention gently, watch clarity rise. Absence keep things fall, presence brings eyes. You don't know percenters, you stop ignoring zones. Energy organizes when it's finally known. Base of the spine, weight talks heavy and real. Gravity, teaching what stability feels. Not theory, not mantra, it's mass and ground. How the body trusts space enough to stand down. Climb the column, motion, emotion, breathe, sound, sight. Each level shows psyche got skin wrapped tight. Don't rate the sensation, don't crown what's light. Dense ain't lower, expansive ain't right. Heavy's just data, Aries the same. Integration hits when the whole axis claims. No force and open that fractures the line. line. Visuals without feedback, though balance offline. Neutral stance, notice, allow, let be. Brief self-adjust without pushing from me. Heat, spikes, tremors, waves roll through. Don't hype, don't clamp, stay true. Here's the subtle shift, vertical coherence. Body stops feeling like fractured allegiance. Emotion evens out, head drops the throne. Thought stops camping alone in the dome. Presence feels structure, rib the crown. One continuous column, no pause, shut down. Running long enough, language falls away. Chakra turns reference, not a thing you say. Alignment, balance, flow, take the lead. Embodied awareness, handles the speed. Final bars, slow, grinding precise. Energy don't move cause you shove it to rise. It reorganize when fragmentation quits. Spine turns living axis. Experience next. Yeah. Sabrina made these ready. Check it out, though. Certain people what I know, man.
Gratitude ain't cheerleading, ain't smile on command, ain't duct taping joy to a restless mind's plan. That mood talk misses the mechanism clean. This is awareness, clocking what's already running. Recognition first, feeling follows later. Breathe, moving unpaid, no manager, no favor. Chest rising on schedule, ground holding weight. Sound shows up on time, never asking to be great. Gratitude starts here, no hun, no plea. Just noticing what don't need babysitting from me. When attention starts bargaining with the day, stability slides in sideways. Appreciation don't decorate life, it sharpens the lens. Cut static, cut strife, nerves chill out when absence ain't the lead. Presence anchors hard once lack gets bent. Slow perception, now you see enough. Not hype, not hope, accuracy the stuff. Water does its job, flow doesn't quit. Awareness stays online, whether calm or lit. That recognition snaps dissatisfaction, trance breaks the reflex that says more is the stance, no comparison. Hear me, this is key. The second you measure gratitude goes weak, but when recognition stands solo, no race. The system learns safety, don't hinge on upgrades. Completeness ain't pinned in the future release. It's embedded right now in the fact that you breathe. This ain't about feeling sky high all day. It's attention refined till grasping decays. Muscles ease up, breath finds base. Thoughts lose their grip, lose their case. Present steadies cause it don't need applause. No cheer squad required for what already is. Problem still knock, yeah, life stays real. But orientation shifts how the contact feels. Workable, not hostile, familiar, not war. Less friction across hours you used to deplore. Running long enough. Practice dissolves, gratitude stops, clocking sessions becomes default. Awareness realizes it was never alone. Already accompanied, already at home. No fireworks, no forced delight. Just seeing what's here. And that seeing holds tight.
Mindfulness ain't staring harder at the screen. It's not attention flex, it's restraint unseen. Non-interference, hit that shifted command. Experience rolls out, no edit by hand. Suffering don't spawn from what pops on the feed. It's the verdict slap quick on the raw ass deed. That's bad, that's wrong, fix this now. Micro judgments tighten bolts on the brow. Mindfulness cuts commentary mid-sentence. Let's awareness stabilize before the fence kicks. Non-judgment don't mean ghost in the scene. It's data over drama, signal over theme. Thoughts clocked as events, not orders to sign. Sensations just motion crossing space and time. Emotions, energy, passing the frame. No ownership claim, no personalized name. Watch the posture change when reaction stands down. Body drops shield, breath deepens the sound. Muscles ease parole, mind slows its chase. No suppression needed, it finds its own pace. Presence steadies up when it's not managing looks. Not policing the stream, not editing books. Breath comes in, not a boss, just a rail. Anchors the now while the weather sets sail. Thoughts, feelings, sensations parade through the field. Breath holds continuity, doesn't do what's revealed. Go deeper, now you catch the fix a twitch. The label reflex to resist this itch. Don't swat it away, don't crown it a sin. Include the interference, watch it soften from within. Awareness sees itself trying to stare. Relaxes the will once the pattern is clear. Here's the insight, snapping clean and precise. Thoughts don't need belief to exist in your life. Sensations don't need reaction to pass. Emotions don't need stage time or a mask. Experience resolves when it's not opposed. No force applied, no posture imposed. Calm may visit, but that's not the aim. Clarity's the core, learn the real game. Clarity shows awareness outruns its content. Bigger than storms, moods, a momentary sentence. Pain still shows up, don't twist the plot. Feelings don't numb and it don't bypass the knot. What changes the stance, no judgment stack. Experience met raw, no add-on attack. This ain't ain't self-improvement, no ladder to climb. It's training to see and to cut through time. When vision clears, the personal thins. What once felt gripping, quietly let's go of his skin.
There is no inside. There is no outside. Only this, exactly as it is. What I am is not apart from what appears. What appears does not stand apart from what I am. Awareness moves as all forms without leaving itself. Nothing stands outside this moment. Nothing waits elsewhere. There has never been more than this. I am not placed within the world unfolds within awareness. Separation is assumed yet never found. Seeing and what is seen arise together. Experience happens within the same field everywhere. Breath arises, body arises. Sound, thought, sensation arise, one field, no edges. Life is not happening to me. Life is happening as this, nothing needs to come together, nothing was ever divided. Difference appears, unity remains untouched. This moment is whole, before any name is given. I do not become one. I notice what has never changed. Seeking ends when separation is no longer believed. Nothing here needs improvement, nothing here is lacking. Awareness recognizes itself without effort. Rest here, nothing to hold, nothing to release. Only this, aware of itself.